ICE folks to make their decision as to who they will develop a target package on and then go try and apprehend. But they're not in descending order. They're just those are the categories.
So what has been your direction to the folks on the ground about what the priorities should be, understanding that they, like all law enforcement agencies, have limited resources and a very important charge? Are you not giving them any direction around priorities within the seven criteria? The
direction they have is the start point is illegal status, and then something from the priorities. But we're not going to go after, as an example, all the murderers, and then we get all the very, very serious criminals. And then once we get all of them, go after the next and the next and the next. They can go after an individual if they, according to the law, if they are on the list because they're illegal, and then something.
So, sir, among the seven categories you have is number one, convicted of any criminal offense, and obviously there's no doubt that especially if someone has been convicted of a serious and violent felony, they should be apprehended and they should be dealt with. Second is that anyone charged with a criminal offense, so then there has not been a finding of guilt. The third is they've committed an act which would constitute a chargeable criminal offense, so they've not even been charged with the offense. The list goes on to number 7, or in the judgment of immigration officers otherwise pose a risk to public safety or national security. How are you training the folks on the ground to exercise their judgment as it relates to factor 3 or factor 7 as an example?
They're already trained, and they, through that direction down through the leadership of ICE down to the local agents in charge and whatnot, they train them to execute that policy.
So as a former manager of a very large law enforcement organization, the California Department of Justice, I am well aware that you cannot lead a department just from the top down. And it is critical that you communicate the policies of leadership to everyone at every stage, including those at the lowest level who, in your agency, as in most law enforcement agencies, have wide discretion to exert and use their authority. I would like to know what specifically you are doing to train those people, and I would like a copy of what you are doing that is beyond the conversations that you have had with managers, but actually what policies you have put in place to train those folks on how they should exercise the discretion that you've given them as it relates to this expanded list of folks that can be contacted by the folks in your agency. I would like to have a list submitted, sir, and if you would agree to give us a written copy of the training that you are instituting in your department to train folks about how they should exercise their discretion.
We'll certainly provide you the policy statements, and from that, the training takes place. Again, they're already highly trained individuals.
Well, we've already discussed how they have the lowest morale of any federal agency, and that
under the Obama administration.
Okay. So, sir, given the extent and depth of the problems that exist at DHS, and that we have so far received no assessment or any program that you have or plan that you have to address these issues, how can you justify such massive increases in hiring and resources? And should the American public really be expected to give you billions of dollars and provide billions of dollars to your agency when, on blind faith, in spite of the fact that there has been no clear change of direction or course beyond the fact that you were appointed to lead the agency? Should the American public believe to have blind faith in the fact that you are now the leader and therefore everything has changed?
They should have faith in the fact that I'm the leader. They should also have faith that the rank and file have now been allowed to do their job. We've already seen a change in the morale. Yes.
Thank you. I have no further questions.
Thank you, Senator Harris. Just to add a little perspective and clarity to the